Okay, let's stop this. Hey guys, Super Turn here. Welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. This time, we're gonna beat the final boss. Now then, as I mentioned last time, some of you guys might be going like, why? We don't have 100% yet, do we? No, we do not actually have 100% yet. However, this game has multiple endings, and I am going to show you all of them. And the first of which you can lock yourself out of by getting 100% completion. So we must defeat the boss now. You'll understand more later. It's 100% is a bit more involved. We've actually done almost every step for 100%. There's only one real thing left before we would be considered 100% done. I did not want to go this way. But I digress. In the meanwhile, we are needing to go back up to run into the Black Egg. Which thankfully isn't going to be that hard. I just went the complete wrong direction because it's what I do. So we pretty much just need to go back the way we came. Because yeah, at this point we have every charm. We don't have the journal complete yet, but the journal doesn't technically count for 100% completion. We have everything in the inventory, full life, full mask, fully awoken dream nail, all of the upgraded attacks, all of the nail techniques, the most powerful nail, every item that we're going to end up getting. Where's her blessing marked? Curious. I would have thought her blessing would have been marked somewhere. Regardless, we have everything that the game has to offer to us right now. With, like, basically one exception. So we'll cover that later. Not too much later. It'll be next episode, but I kind of want to. Jerks, all of you! I suppose I can heal up right now because now I'll get all my soul back at a bench. So then, finally put an end to this madness that is currently what Hollowness has become. Just need to climb all the way back up and get to the Black Egg Temple. I have so much to say on the final boss. I have so much to say on him. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting there. And beating him. And beating him. Yeah, pretty much just getting there and beating him. First things first, you know what? I'm going to stop in over here. So, one must wonder, was the collector really being bad in regards to the grubs? I'm just gonna leave now. I'm just gonna leave now. Actually, if I go back, does he change again? And he's too fat to even hurt. That's kind of impressive, to be honest. I digress, and I feel sorry for the grubs. I really do. But rules of nature, I guess. No, there's one more thing I'll show on the way. We have to go up to Dirtmouth for this. So, remember everyone's favorite jerk? But that's not the only danger I had to overcome in my quest for glory. You've noticed this trophy, haven't you? A keepsake for my final triumphant battle deep in a pit below us. Yes, life claimed another victim, and the crowd erupted into ecstatic cheering that was both loud and utterly sincere. To what do I owe my long string of triumphs and victories, you ask? As I said earlier, the key is my personal philosophy, the 57 precepts of Zot. Particularly relevant here is the first precept: always win your battles. As for the other 56 precepts, well... Great Prince, so dark, so troubled. Look, beautiful. I came to this kingdom to fulfill a promise, and now I've succeeded! That promise I made so long ago, a promise to myself. A promise of glory! Glory for I, Zot the Mighty! I never doubted myself, never faltered, and now I've achieved everything I desired! If you thought there was even the smallest bit of redeeming factor to him and his promise, oh no, not at all. He just promised himself he was going to get rich and famous. And he did so to the only person who's really around still by stealing our glory and just being a braggart. Ah, Zote, you're a pain in the butt. And you have nothing new to say. Interesting. Ah, Zote, you're... Oh, I didn't mean to go in here. Oh, we can read her. So sure, don't say anything new. The Grey Prince. Heaving heavy breaths, flushed from the exertion of battle, the figure emerged from the well. Triumph was his, and the trophy he bore to prove it, the fearsome skull of his vanquished opponent. Starting the warning he brought to the village, one that rung so true. Their white savior, thought a hero by the bugs, was a vicious beast, and this shrouded Grey Prince was in truth the hero deserved. With honor and humility, he recounted his quest below, his epic journal of one purpose, to find her, to protect her, his Grey Maiden, his partner in darkness. Ah, as if there wasn't more reason not to like Zote. He's basically now taking all of your glory and framing you to say that you are just a beast, vile, what yada yada yada. It's a good thing our character doesn't actually have emotions. They only have a duty. Let's go fulfill that duty before I want to go up there and find a way to kill Zote. Ah, yes, the Black Egg. The Black Egg. The temple of it as well. With all the dreamers dead, the seal shatters. We could have done this a long time ago, to be honest. But I wanted to grab almost everything we could. Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of this world. Hollownest will be whole again. Completion percentage viewable in inventory. We technically have 100% completion right now. I would say that's not technically correct, but details. I'm gonna rest here real quick and head on in, because what awaits us is the final boss. A figure we may have seen at least once in statue. Aware, as you can see, his head follows us. First things we must do is break his chains. A nail on the ground right next to him. Say hello to the Hollow Knight, our boss. So let's see if I remember how to fight him. He's not the hardest, I don't recall. I say that. He has a counterattack in addition to his lunge. He also has his little combo attack. So I'm going to work on... Oof, he just roared. He'll also begin to spit out the infection there. Do not attack him, of course, while he has his sword up in his parry, in that parry motion, because he will indeed parry you. Note, he is actually hurting himself there. Oof! I forgot about that part of the attack. There's a lot to really say on the Hollow Knight. At this point, he's going to start attacking the ground like that. Pay attention to where the pillars appear to not get hit by that part of the attack. You also begin spewing out infection at a much greater rate as the infection takes a greater hold of him. At this point, even using his body as a bludgeon. At this point, it could almost be said that you're fighting the infection and not the night. In fact, that would be very accurate to say, as the Hollow Knight gives us one weak swipe at us before finally keeling over. And with that, he can absorb all of the infection that he once contained himself. And with that, one Hollow Knight replaces the last. The vessel has changed, and the infection remains sealed once more. That is the first ending of Hollow Knight. This game, I've already made a mention. This is probably one of my most favorite games in recent years. Easily my favorite game of 2017. This game, though, it's an adventure. It's a long, deep adventure, and we're not quite done yet. There are still 2 other endings for us to get. One little bit of adventure left in order to unlock those endings. And one other thing, which I actually have not done myself yet, so I'm actually going to have to be referencing a guide for it, because it's also kind of a intricate ARG type thing, which is, say, augmented reality type thing. But we'll take a look at that soon enough. For now, however, we are pretty much done with the main part of the story. And the story itself, so, as I made a mention beforehand, how it seemed like at the end we weren't really so much as fighting the Hollow Knight itself. It seemed more like the infection was literally just using him as a bludgeon. The Hollow Knight actually was attacking himself. He actually was damaging himself when he did that. And no, that wasn't just to unleash the infection to have it do more attacks than you. That was the Hollow Knight regaining enough sense of its duty, of its purpose, of it realizing that it's time to change on to the next vessel, and that it needs to defeat the infection it currently contains in order to do so, and its meager attempts to help. And at the very end, that last fragile sweep, if I didn't take him out instantly after that, he would have continued to try to attack us in a very slow, weak pattern. The body just too damaged to really go on. Really did enjoy this. Really did enjoy this game. But that basically goes on to the plot itself. Of course, even though we understand much of the plot, the king's sacrifice to create this Hollow Knight in order to seal the plague away, requiring the Dreamers, creating Hornet as a trade, effectively, to the Beast in order to have her participation as one of the Dreamers, to keep the seal on the infection. Everything that he did. We can understand, like, a lot of the extent of why he did it and everything like that, but there's one real question left unanswered. Where did the infection come from? And to answer that, we'll have to think back to the Seer a little bit in her comments, though we won't find out quite yet. For now, though, let's take a look at our game completion. 100% in just under 19 hours. That's not bad, to be honest. I mean, I wasn't speedrunning the game at all. I think that's not the 100% achievement, is it? No. Is that 10 hours? I think that's 10 hours. I think the 100% speed completion is 10 hours. I could be wrong on that. But no, that's still a fraction of the time it took my first playthrough. Because if we take a quick look at the start game, you can also see that's at 100%. My first playthrough was 32 hours. So it was a great magnitude longer. And I'm probably going to spend a good half hour plus filling out the journal when I go to do that. But I'm not going to worry about that for next time. For now, though, well, we're not done with this, as I've said. There's still a few things left to take care of. Nothing too major, though. Well, outside of the true ending of the game, but I digress. See you guys all next time when we actually work our way towards that. Later.